Here's an update for all of you about the ministry of Global Lead that you're a part of. As you know, I was in Kenya recently training leaders from 9 different nations. We gathered together there in Kenya. As you see here, this is an incredible group of pastors and ministry leaders. And we walked through with them over 10 to 11 days of our curriculums so that they could take these back to influence their nations, their churches, and to multiply that. One of the exciting things when we do this is to see even those we've trained in the past to help us with these trainings. Beyond their assistance and multiplication, we had incredible times of worship. These pastors and leaders rarely get time to be ministered to because they were always out ministering to others. What a blessing just to see them pray for each other, to be encouraged in the ministry, to know that their struggles and joys are shared by one another, and they get to do this ministry together. One of the highlights was on the last day, each country came up with a plan of how they would multiply this training over the next 3 years. You'll see here a map of Malawi and brother sharing about all that they're going to do in that country. But each of these countries shared. So the multiplication of the ministry that happened in their soul as we ministered to them. Now they're going to pass that on in the strategic biblical training that they received. They get all of the notebooks, all of the resources, the PowerPoints. Many of them are focused now on translating these materials for their nations as well. One other exciting thing that I did after I returned from Kenya is we've started a network called Pastor Mentoring International Network to think about how do we care for and mentor pastors around the globe. As you see here, this was an online event, and I helped gather over 70 leaders from across the globe to think about what does mentoring look like in academic settings? How are we developing the inner life of ministers as well as their head and their hands for ministry? It was so exciting, and we're going to continue to do follow up with that group. Very soon, I'll be leaving to go to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's an island very close to South America. And I'll be having one evening with a group of pastors and their wife to encourage them to sort of pastor and mentor them from Scripture, not to teach them strategies for their church, but to just serve and care for them and encourage them in all that they're doing. I just got a report from our host there in St. Vincent that we have over 70 leaders signed up for our youth leader training on this island. Our host reported to us that he has not seen a youth leader training in over 8 years happen on this island for their churches. So we're part of something that is a huge need there. More than half of the population would probably be under the age of 30 in this on this island. So they need youth ministry training for their churches. Thank you for being a part of what we're getting to do around the globe. I often say this that we get to do this together. So thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. And we'll update you on what's happening as I travel and continue to minister. God bless you.